On Wednesday, Chebukati reached out to all political leaders to help end the political crisis in the country.
Once the Kenyan people see that their leaders are talking and are putting Kenya first, then we can douse the tension in the air.
On Thursday, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, said that it had regrettably rescheduled the meeting and no reasons or new date were given. President Kenyatta stayed away from the meeting and instead continued with his political campaigns. After a closed-door meeting between Odinga and Chebukati, the opposition leader called for talks on the political deadlock but dismissed claims that he is after a power-sharing deal.
I'm not going to fall down to those kind of cheap propaganda being perpetuated by people who are drunk with power.
Odinga has called for mass protests on election day, indicating that there will be no polls on Thursday next week. In parts of Western Kenya, which is an opposition stronghold, election officials have come under attack from opposition supporters who are opposed to the polls. President Uhuru Kenyatta insists the polls will go on.
You cannot stop a democratic process. It is your right to say that you are not standing, and nobody will deny you that right. But you have no right to deny those who are preparing our nation for an election to make their preparations in order to allow those of us who wish to participate in an election to do so without fear, without intimidation, and to make our decision as to who should rule this land.
The statement by Chebukati that he could not guarantee a credible vote seemed to embolden Odinga to stay off the ballot.
That basically confirmed our position. We had said when we pulled out of the race 2 weeks ago that we did not see a free and fair electoral process taking place on the 26th. The signs were there on the wall for anyone to see.
The October 26 polls follow the nullification of President Kenyatta's victory on the grounds that the August elections were marred by irregularities and illegalities. According to the Kenyan Constitution, fresh elections must be held within 60 days of the ruling. That period lapses at the end of this month. Sarah Kimani, SABC News.